You have to have faith, especially in these days when everything is changing so rapidly around us. And there are two kinds of faith, actually even three, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So the first kind of faith I'm going to talk about is the cliche faith. When we say faith, we automatically feel sort of a cliche sense about it. And that's the mechanical kind of faith, the dogmatic kind of faith, the kind of faith that we try to force ourselves or make ourselves have, because we're afraid that if we don't have it, we'll be lost or we'll be in big trouble. The thing with this kind of faith is that it won't get us very far because it doesn't have any real power behind it. It has no roots in reality. So when the winds start to blow really strong and we're in a crisis or facing really challenging times, it won't help us. We'll get all kinds of anxiety and worries about it and not have that real faith. Now, sometimes gently reminding yourself of certain affirmations that are kind of mechanical at first can get you into clearing your head, clearing your mind, so that real faith from within yourself that is connected to the roots of life, that does know that everything is okay and everything is ultimately for the highest good, can come through. So those are the two main kinds of faith, the mechanical faith and the real faith. The real faith you can't make yourself have, and sometimes when we are in a crisis, that's the thing that humbles us enough to get out of the way so that real faith can happen. And real faith is really the recognition that the universe is living through you, as you, and not only that, that the universe is good and is all abundance, all joy, all success, order. Just for now, think of something in your life that happened that changed your life for the better, something positive. Now, did you make that thing happen? There wasn't really anything you could have done to have make that thing happen. I'm not saying you didn't take actions in that direction for a long time, perhaps, or have a certain intention to try to create something. But when that actual certain situation or circumstance seemed to happen, you met the right person or just the right opportunity seemed to suddenly appear, you didn't make it happen. It came down the river of life for some reason. And I'm not even talking about the law of attraction. I'm talking about that faith of life creating through you, as you, and wanting to create order, wanting to create success, wanting to create joy and abundance. And here's something else about faith. It's not about belief. It's not about dogma or belief in a creed or anything like that. You can have some kind of an affiliation with a religion or a certain belief, and that's fine. It doesn't matter if you do or if you don't. The faith is that recognition, that awareness that you have that suddenly opens up that God's not out there as some kind of super person that you're trying to please or being afraid of displeasing. That conflict of putting God outside of yourself. God is within you, as you, expressing as you. Yes, you as a human personality are limited, but you are the effect. God, again, is a word I'm using here. Some people don't like that word, but I'm just using it as a word to describe the beginningless, that has no beginning or ending, that is the source of why we're even here and you're even listening to me right now at this moment. A good analogy is, do you need to believe in gravity for it to work? Gravity works regardless of your belief, just like God is not a super person in the heavens who you turn to when you need a favor. Anyone can use this power no matter their beliefs, and in fact, everyone is using this power already. It's just to what degree are they able to align with it? Some people who may not even have spiritual beliefs may be able to use this power effectively because they're tapping into it without realizing it. But if you're consciously aware of this power, you can accomplish even more for yourself and everyone else on the planet. The universe has its center in you whether you believe it or not. This means the universal flow is centered in everyone you meet in the same way, but with varying degrees of expression. So, just like the air you breathe, This intelligence energy with no beginning or end is within you and all around you. But you can access even more of the intelligence energy by allowing it to operate and getting out of the way. Getting out of the way is faith. At the beginning I mentioned there's even a third kind of faith, and that's the faith that we often have. We have faith in our doubts. We have faith in our irrational fears or our stories from the past. We have faith in limitations that no longer serve us. Maybe we have faith in the government or some other organization that's going to save us or something. And it's not saying that these things don't impact our lives. Obviously they do in a relative sense. But ultimately, any kind of faith based on anything external like that is delusion. Now, calling it delusion isn't some kind of moral issue or moral imperative. It's more about that by placing your faith in these things outside of yourself, you're vulnerable to the ups and downs and to the inevitable emptiness that it's going to lead to. Look, as long as you're in human form, you're going to face struggles and challenges of some form or another. We're here to grow through life, not just simply go through life. Sure, our ego would love to go through life in a way that we're never challenged, but that would become very boring and we wouldn't, as I said, grow. And what is growth? It's not just stacking skills and becoming more or improving our emotional intelligence, although that's definitely a huge part of growth. But growth is growing in faith, growing in the knowledge of who and what we are beyond the physical scene, beyond the physical sense of what we are, the personality and the body. Yes, we are those things, but they're the least of what we are. There's so much more, like the iceberg with just the tip above the water. But how do you get this faith? Well, it's not easily done in sense of paint by numbers, step 1, step 2, step 3, like so many things that we can learn about. It's gotten through those struggles when we actually access it at certain times. And if you can remember, instead of waiting for those struggles, if you can remember to let go, it's really a letting go of what you know, what you think you know, like the Fool card here. This is a beautiful image from the tarot, which illustrates this in such a fantastic way, because the picture just hits in a different way. So take a leap of faith, let go, practice that, put it to the test. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean don't take action or don't do what you can that way. It's an internal attitude. And like anything, the more you practice it, the better you get at it, the deeper you go with it, the more you understand about it and how it works. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe for more content like this. Check out the links in the description box below for other ways that you can work with me or learn more about me and my work. And that's it for now. See you next time.